Alright, this is the PC gamer, with quotes around PC. I'm here to give my fair and balanced Fox News review of Fallout 76. I think it's gotten a bad rap. And I think that, in the interest of fairness, I should put some of the good that I've seen in it out there. And I will say, obviously, not perfect. It's had its flaws. I've written in multiple times to Bethesda about some of these flaws. And honestly, they've been working towards getting several of the things that I've had problems with. Obviously, the storage capacity was a big one with a lot of people. And that was something that I wrote in about. But also things like they've balanced out the Scorch Beasts. There were some problems with, if you're unfamiliar with the game, these big bat creatures that are basically bat dragons. And they were able to spam a move that could go through terrain, could go through walls, and just really fuck up your day. And that's another thing that I've written in. I'm sure a lot of people wrote in about, and that's something that's in the next update going to be taken care of. So I think they've been doing a good job at listening to what we want, listening to what we need, hearing their customers, and making those adjustments. So I think that with that in mind, I've still had, even with it the most flawed that it was at the beginning, I've still had fun. Oh, see, that was another thing. And that's my first time seeing that screen. That I, during the beta, set up a camp. I was really happy with my camp, really liked where it was. And oh no, it's froze. That is a problem that it does still have. Server problems. But yeah, if you came into a world where someone had already built a camp too close to yours at the beginning, it would simply get rid of your camp. You would just lose it. You would keep all the stuff. You wouldn't lose what you had built, but it wouldn't be there anymore. And trying to replace it somewhere, if you had, like I like to build, kind of odd-shaped structures, was almost impossible. But that's something else that, as you just saw, they heard customers having a problem, and they did something about it. So I'm going to, with that information, leave the map and come back to another server that I will be able to keep my house in, my camp. I have a level 56 character, but I am at the same point as a friend right now in kind of a main quest, and so I'm kind of putting off playing with that character for a while until we can play together. So I'm playing as my level 9 Delphine. My other character is a strength, intelligence, charisma build. And I think Delphine I'm going to build intelligence, intelligence, agility, perception, and try to play the game two different ways. And but I've been having a lot of fun, especially if you have a friend that you can play along with. It makes those moments where it gets kind of frustrating a lot better if you've got someone there too, obviously. But it's frustrating to me because everyone's complaining about it. Talking about how a lot of the complaints seem to revolve around the fact that one group of people wanted this game to be more of a traditional Fallout game. One group of people wanted it to be more of an MMO. Neither group is happy right now because it's something in between. I am happy. I don't like MMOs. And I think it's enough Fallout that it makes me, it feels like playing it feels like playing Fallout with a friend. I decided the best time to do my first stream in a while was after a night of drinking on Saturday, so there's going to be a few of those mix-ups. And also some drunk pauses, I guess. And like I said, it's not a full Fallout game, and it's not an MMO fully. So the people that wanted a full Fallout game, they're upset about, the lack of voice acting, the lack of characters that you can interact with, which isn't entirely true. Just because there are no other humans in the world, there are still some very interesting robotic characters that you do still get to interact with, and they still have a lot of personality to them. So I think that complaint is a little... I heard someone else say this, so I'm going to say it. But those are all things that are standard in an MMO, Fetch quests, that's something else. It's going to be a standard MMO thing. And honestly, the pretty standard Fallout thing, so people are a little phony on that too. I'm going to turn off my area chat so that when I'm chatting on here, I'm not talking to other people. I'll keep it on that, even though I don't have a team. I will one day. Oops. Got turned around. Go here and offload some of my stuff. Because this character does not have much strength, I am having to spend a lot of time offloading. But, like I mentioned, the carry limit is much higher. So when you're a low-level character like I am...
Hello there!
Then it ends up working out.
Good day to you!
At a
that
hard
600
day
of
killing
my level
and
56.
looting, don't want to haul it back yourself, sell it here.
And I think they're considering upping it again. They just have to figure out how to keep their... They have to figure out how to keep their servers stable.
Previously owned loot for sale,
number is, like a
mostly
dozen people
blood
on the server,
free.
And they all have 1,000 pounds worth of stuff. And it slows the servers down, and then you would have a whole new batch of complaints. So I'm understanding of that. And
stick up, just kidding. Want to buy or sell?
And yeah, like I was also kind of saying, the people that wanted it to be more of an MMO, it doesn't play like an MMO. That's kind of the difference
ammo,
there.
chems, or spiky
like
bits to stab
The
people
biggest
with.
difference in
You may
gameplay
find some
is
here.
that VATS differently by virtue of there are a bunch of other people on the server, so people are again annoyed by this, and I'm annoyed by their annoyance because they just don't understand that
Caps available in exchange for pillaged loot.
use a
Pillaged
move that just
loot.
stops time.
Available in exchange for
When
caps.
you've got other people on the server, it would not work. The game would just be constantly pausing for everybody. So it's a little obnoxious of a complaint.
now in stock. Goods acquired through questionable means.
I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna get rid of those. I do have on my person. I've used some of. If you use your atoms to buy the premium.
You looking at me? How about you
different
stop
different stuff.
looking and start buying?
You can use them across your characters. It's not like you buy it for one character and you have to buy it again for another. So I am currently dressed because my friend is Manta Man. Is that his name? I got a Silver Shroud
to
costume.
The gourmands. Human flesh is not acceptable. Tender here.
Heroes together, part of whatever that group is called. The Defenders or something, I don't know. I don't remember much Fallout lore off the top of my head usually. I usually have to have a refresher. Having been drinking for a few hours doesn't help. Put this in there since I can't use it yet. Put this in there because I don't want to lose it. And scrap my junk. One easy step. Throw it in the stash box. See, I've got 89 out of 600 in there right now. Here's my Silver Shroud. My other character's named Tim. He's the best effort at making me in the wasteland. Even made him a little chubby to be as true to life as possible. I just watched gameplay not too long ago of someone playing Red Dead. And multiple times in it, they, for comedic effect, were hit by trains. So for a split second there, walking on that train track, I was like, oh shit, I better get off of here or I'm in trouble. Does that go in? Oh, fuck it, just into the map. Remove marker. So basically what I'm working on right now, the mission I'm on right now, the ounce of prevention one, the personal matters one, just is kind of like one that you just kind of, as you go through, find things for it. But an ounce of prevention is the path that, again, if you're new, I'm just explaining it for anyone that hasn't played it before, since that was kind of my point, was to give a balanced review to most people, but I'm happy to have anyone watch, you know, or, you know, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I guess I'm supposed to say that in videos. I'm still pretty new to this whole spiel. But for those of you that are new to Fallout, haven't played 76 yet, the Scorched are a new enemy in this. They are mutated similarly, I guess, to ghouls, but in a very, they've got a very unique look to them compared to them, and they're smarter. They can use weapons, and they are connected to the Scorched beasts, the bat creatures I mentioned earlier. And wood is very important. That's why I like to walk through the woods. Bees I don't like to fuck with, but I think they're coming after me now. No? Okay. If I leave them alone, I guess they'll leave me alone. I don't need honey that bad. Oh shit, oh shit. Got it. See? I told you I forget my train of thought multiple times. There we go. Get the fuck away from those bees. Get Some distance, good. So yeah, the mission I'm on now is kind of the path where you learn about the Scorched. And right now I am putting together, because the Scorched are similar to ghouls. A lot of them were people at one point. And they did not have protection from whatever's turning them into Scorched. That's still a little unclear to me, because I kind of do stuff a little bit more than I should. Especially since this game, a lot of the world building is through terminals and notes.
Must have been nothing.
Cool, I still got a little bit to go. But basically I am going to mole rats, ghouls, and a wolf. I gotta find one of each of them to get some of their blood, because they are not affected by this torch. Slate. Oh, shit. When I'm a low level before I that ball. Ah. There we go. Bye. Almost coming. Although how close am I to level up? If I can level up, I'll heal. Do I not have any grenades? Got a fucking Molotov. Switch. Ah, get off it. Anything that you did that would have gotten you a trophy during the beta, you did not get the trophy for. So that was kind of another reason I started my secondary character. That was the reason I did it in the first place. I didn't expect to play them for long, but I usually end up having multiple characters I play in any Fallout game, so it was bound to happen. I got turned around. This is what I'm going for. And make sure I'm in kind of a safe zone, and I can show off. Let's see. Some honey. And drink some water. And then level up. Yes, I would love those back. We got dumb, like, Laffy Taffy type jokes in every pack, and then, like I said, they're dumb, but they make me laugh, because I'm dumb. Okay. I might want to level up first aid. Seems like a good idea. So that's the leveling. Rank them up. I don't know but whatever. That's how you level in this game, is by, same as the specials ever were. You get special points until level 50. And you can go, instead of level 10, you can go as far as level 15 by just special points. And then you can go over, obviously, like, if you have items or perks that raise your points, just like in other Fallout games. But then you've got these cards that work as your perks, and you keep collecting them as you level up. And I don't know the level cap, but I've seen people that are level like 160 something. So you end up getting a perk that you really didn't want, and you realize, it's kind of a waste later on. It's not actually that big of a deal. It's something that you can definitely work around. So like my other character, I built him for all his combat. I didn't build anything for building things or anything like that. Making more armor, making better weapons. So I am now getting a lot of that stuff, so that I can, you can swap out at any time. Oops, I pressed the wrong node, wrong button. So I can be like, I don't want this anymore, I want this one. Except I can't do that one because I don't have enough special points. Bad example. Boom. I don't want to take less radiation. I want to be able to eat dog food and get more food. More benefit from it. But that's not true. I want to keep this one. So yeah, I guess what I've spent the last 23 minutes and 10, 11, 12 seconds trying to get to is that while this game has its flaws, while this game is not perfect, it is a good game. I do have fun with it. It accomplishes the point of a video game, which is enjoyment. Shit. And they are going to keep improving it. I think the one thing I would say is that I think it should have been right from the beginning, the $39.99 price point, instead of that being a sale that they dropped it down to so soon after people who pre-ordered it got it. That was a little frustrating. Kind of a punishment for pre-ordering almost. But that's okay. I'll live. I got the pre-order from trading in other games I wasn't playing anyway, so it worked out. But that would be the one thing I would say, like, yeah, I wish they would have done that, because it was a game that it needed improvement on, that they're doing, as I said, but send out a kind of vaguely incomplete game. It makes sense to only charge $39.99 for it, right? Am I crazy for thinking that? Oof, does not look like I can go down this way. How far away is the next thing? Okay, I can follow the road. Oh, well damn. That was creative. I'm sure no one's ever made that joke before. Ooh, what's up? I'm not the world's best shot either. So that doesn't always help. And if you end up watching this later and you think of some questions, you think of something that you heard, what the, oh shit, you know, something that you've heard, a complaint that you've heard, and you want to hear my response to it, feel free to send me a comment, and I will respond and let you know, yes, I do think that that's something that takes you out of the game, or no, I think that that's an overreaction, or no shit. So yeah, like in a lot of games like this, you get a counter. So if I was in a party right now, someone could come and save me, but I'm not. Now dying, oh god. Ouch. Dying, especially if you're right near. Hey, that's me playing the bass. That's my other character. He's wearing a bikini and a fruit hat, because why not? And playing a stand-up bass on my roof. Yeah, now dying, oh, that sucks. Dying isn't too bad if you die near a spawn point. Or if you don't have junk on you. Either of those things. Because what happens when you die is that you drop all of your junk. And it falls out of a little paper bag. Unfortunately, other players can pick it up, which kind of sucks because I had a situation earlier where some players, kind of a party of 3, all kind of jumped me at the same time. 2 of them were the same level as me, 1 was a lower level. So I ended up dying in that fight, and they took my junk. And that was annoying because I'm trying to collect screws to build a particular power armor. Right now it's kind of annoying because where I started back, and I started back down under this hole. I've got to try to find a way up. Damn it. I had a lot of junk on me too, so I'm definitely going to go back for it. This is annoying. But this is like, it's minor, you know. I think other MMOs are probably much harsher from what I've heard. I don't really play MMOs, but from what I've heard, starting off wherever you want to on the map and only losing your junk items, which, you know, you use to make things and fix things, whatever. Is annoying. But not as bad as starting off at like a spot far away and you gotta travel back to your body, or like, what is it? I don't even know. I've heard some stuff that World of Warcraft is really annoying to die in. Okay. Give me a crit. If I could reload. There we go. There we go. This all helps. I'm not gonna read letters right now. There's my bag. Okay, so I didn't have a lot of stuff, but I did have a lot of fucking wood, and that really comes in handy. Wait, is that, since it said mattress, does that mean it counts as being on the floor? If you lay on a bed that's on the ground, you can get a disease. And usually it says bed if it's a whole bed. God damn it. See, 1 second on there and I got a disease. I've slept before, though, on it, like, all the way up to, you know, filling my health up. 14 minutes with hamstrung agility I can live with. But yeah, for there I was on it for 2 seconds and I got a disease, so it's a crapshoot. What's over here? Okay, yeah. Just making sure I'm still on the right path. So while I'm here, I'll go get this lookout point, I think is what this is. They do like a Assassin's Creed. They don't do like the look around map thing, but when you climb them, if it is what I think it is, you get a little, you unlock waypoints. You don't, you know, unlock them as fast travel things, but you unlock them on the map. You can see them. Yeesh. No? I genuinely don't know. Oh shit. Fucking more rats. Not always, but you know, often enough that it can win. Oh, I guess that's how I was supposed to do it. Oh well. Okay, well I guess this isn't one that you can use to unlock. Nice bobblehead. Yay. You can fall from semi-decent heights and not get hurt. I hope my chewing's not too loud. My goal for the night is to this. And then blood sample. God damn. You were assholes. I mean, I guess I did just roll up on their turf and start swinging. Where's the one that was like level 13? We got it. Oh well. Alright. So then now I gotta go kind of northwest. Find the feral ghoul. Although I think if I find a feral ghoul anywhere on the way there, it'll count it. Where's the other circle? Huh. Oh, Mora. That's right. Already got it. Okay, so I did lose a little health from that fall. Jump driving, anyone jump driving. Sorry, that was stupid. Oh, are they overlapping? Okay. That's convenient. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, I don't want to be in the ash heap, do I? No, I'm right just on the edge of it. Whoop! Yay! I think the ghouls will probably be down here. I'm guessing. I'm putting a bet out on that. Oh shit, something's coming. What is it? Oh boy. Oh my god, Superman, I'm not ready for you. I'm almost dead. Let's wait here for a minute. Don't usually like beer, but I tell you, it sure is refreshing when you've had enough of them. Fuck it, I've already got swamp itch. Swamp itch. Sleep. Takes a bit of time. But you do get the well-rested bonus if you get again in the other Fallout. So it is. Do I not feel well-rested? Well. Maybe I'm just not paying attention usually, and it always says that. Sorry, I got distracted by some bullshit about Drake. I looked at Twitter. Someone was talking about him. Doing something about fucking big Grammys. Dissing the Grammys while he was accepting his Grammy. Like, bitch, please. really think your whole career was handed to you by the Grammys? You've been given Grammys for shit you didn't even write and claimed to. Who? Why am I talking about Drake? See, that's what the alcohol will do. What? Who the hell is hitting me? From where? Fucking goddamn it! I don't know who I'm getting shot at from. Why I can't run? Oh, I'm over encumbered. When did that happen? But I won. Nice. Drink some water. Eat some seafood. Come to the hospital. Oh, shut up, ghouls. I ain't got time for you. Oh shit. Scorched are already going nuts. That's always my plan. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, hey, it's someone else. What's up? I like to wave at people when I see them. Alright, that's enough. And apparently crippled, but unlike in other games, yes, you can remove your crippled status the old-fashioned way. But there we go, it goes away with healing, which is new and awesome. Feels like Sunday as if they're protecting me and I should be helping. No, he's gone. I mean, not gone, but... not where I thought it was. And I've made myself a cure. Not a cure, but a preventative medicine so that I just won't get turned into scorched. Oh, okay, I haven't taken it yet. I'm about to. Where am I going? In here. Alright, guys. Give me my vaccine.
You must have completed my work and inoculated yourself. The next step is to find out if our elite anti-scorched unit, the Fire Breathers, are still alive. You can find them at the Charleston Fire Department. The Fire Breathers need to know the vaccine is ready. If they didn't make it, then You're going to need their weapons to stay alive.
Maybe. Spoiler alerts, they didn't make it. It's not really a spoiler because Fallout Bethesda, announced ages ago that there were no human NPCs in this whole game. And I already said it earlier. That's me and my friend dressed up as, I forgot her name now. Well, that's a whole quest. What? Alright. So, is there a train station nearby? Train yard. Okay, yeah, just gonna be north basically. That was already on the map. Oh lord. Y'all, I'm not even in the mood for it right now. I'm gonna just keep on going. Is there something I can discover here? Oh, the Hornwright HQ jobs. I don't want to get in water. Water is bad. My other character, I have a why do I want to keep saying mod? A perk that I won't get rads. The same one from Fallout 4. You don't get rads and you can breathe underwater. You don't get rads from water, at least, I mean. No, I didn't make it. Ah, get out. What I'd really like to be able to build in my camp is a radiation, one of the radiation tunnel things you go into and it washes off the radiation. There's a name for it and I know it, but like I mentioned before, drinking does that sort of thing. But you don't get it until you beat like the main, you finish like the main quest of the game. Which is, like me and my friend are right at that cusp, but to really do it, you kind of need, the game itself recommends 8 people. I would say you probably then need at least 4. So the 2 of us alone probably, I'm guessing, wouldn't cut it.
Don't face the wasteland without the proper supplies.
Could be wrong, but I'd say that's probably a safe bet. Oof.
I am authorized to trade supplies and equipment.
Damn. Keep selling all my shit.
Requisitions now available.
Just keeping the better versions.
Be sure to stock up while you can.
Getting messed up because these aren't going to be my long-term guns anyway. Early levels, you're kind of just obviously using whatever you can.
Welcome, citizen. I am authorized to trade supplies.
Bobbleheads, honestly. Although maybe I will, because there's probably a trophy, or not a trophy, but like you can probably get atoms for using 76 of them or something like that. I'll keep it. I don't keep drugs ever in these
ammunition and other supplies available
which is
here.
Why I don't use drugs in real life. Not some moral I'm better than you sort of thing. Just I don't think I want to deal with being addicted to something. That's really all it is.
Don't face the wasteland without the proper supplies.
Yeah. Alright. I sold all the shit I can. Time to fast travel back to my house and give you the tour. I'll do that. What am I doing? Where am I? Right here. I'm pretty happy with where I've got myself set up, at least for now. That looks cool. That was not a picture that was taken by me or my friend. I'm actually on his PlayStation right now, so a lot of the pictures that are on here, he actually took. There's like 2 or 3 that I took. But because the game is an MMO, the saves are all, you know, cloud-based. So I figured while I was over here, I'd give it a go. As you can already kind of see it. So this is one way to get into it. Just jump from the bridge, and hey, you're on my house. And you can go down the stairs, and here's my little, here's the camp itself. Like the thing you gotta set up to set your zone. Here's my bed. This is something else that I bought with Adams. When I bought it, I thought it would be a floor lamp, but I guess it's okay that it's a table lamp. I'd obviously prefer if it were full length, but I guess it would look, the proportions would have looked pretty fucking wonky. So this makes more sense, really. I just should have been thinking about it. I don't know. I don't really need to rest. What am I doing? I can do that when I come back in next time. I'm about to close this video off. I don't think I need to do it sleeping. Oh yeah, a good reason that I picked this spot is water. It's dirty, but if you take... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do that because I'm pretty low on stuff. Take a Radaway dilute, it'll be enough for now. Take a Rad-X, and then just collect. And now I don't need, you can build a water pump, and you can collect water that way, but it is slow. If I just sit here, tap an X, swear, tap an X would fill me up with rads pretty damn quick. Let's see, like right now I've already collected 95. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And then, little campfire is on the back end of my house here. And boil that shiz. Times. I also get a little bit of experience at a time, so that's nice too. that's like, if you can find your camp, if you can set camp up next to a water source, that's definitely the way to go. Got some what fruit, mute fruit in here. I always say it wrong, I'll get no fun for it. Cook up the mole rats and the wolves that I killed. Since this character has not really had food or drink on him. Excuse me. Let's see. Cool. Okay. What else was I gonna check? I don't have plans to build a water purifier. That would come in handy. Purified water is better, obviously. And then up here, I guess you can get in this way. I didn't have a tinker's workbench before. I had everything but that. So let me go ahead and build my tinker's workbench real quick like. Bam, now I've got all the workbenches. Well, thing here, this is really just my work area. As I unlock more stuff, I'll kind of fill it out a little. I would never walk on this in real life. Well, the heights aren't that bad. It's not that high up. If it was higher, it probably would scare the piss out of me. I don't like heights. I skydove and decided, well, I conquered my fear officially. Now I just never have to confront it again. Right? That makes sense. Oh, my weapon. I needed to put on this. And it was weapons workbench that I need to repair my axe. Oops, no button. And this rifle too. Oh, I don't have enough stuff. It's fine. Here's the other entrance to this area, the like real entrance to this area. And you can just walk right off. Go that way, walk it off. Whatever. So that has been a tour of my house. That has been the completion of one mission. And my thoughts on the way that Fallout 76 has gotten more shit than it deserves, honestly. And I appreciate you. No, nobody joined me during the stream. Something's around, I can hear it. Things will attack your houses. Yeah, no one joined me during stream, but I've had a few people watch a few of my things later on, so if you count yourself among one of those people, I appreciate you watching, and appreciate you sticking it around to the end. And I hope to pick back up the pace of doing some live streams. It's been quite a while. I've still got to finish my my Beyond Two Souls trophy streaming thing. It's the professional industry term among streamers. And I think I'm going to now go ahead and take a note from my character's book and go to bed. So again, thanks for watching. Comment, like and subscribe if you want to. And thank you again. It takes time to quit. Okay. Okay.